Ghana has announced that its scientists have detected cases of the Omicron variant in passengers who arrived in the country 10 days ago. Speaking at a launch event for COVID-19 Vaccination Month, Director General for Ghana's Health Service, Patrick Kuma Abuach, said the cases had come mainly from Nigeria and South Africa. In response, Ghana's Health Minister announced plans to take mobile vaccination units to various areas and to people over the age of 15.
Will continue to be available at all health facilities and temporary health posts to administer the COVID-19 vaccine to all persons 15 years and above. In addition, mobile teams will move to towns and villages where they will be located at schools, churches, mosques, bus stops, burials, and market areas to vaccinate people.
Meanwhile, in the Nigerian capital, Abuja, on Wednesday, public servants queued to receive their vaccine after the government made it mandatory to be jabbed or present negative COVID-19 test results done in the last 72 hours in order to enter public buildings for work. The measure, which took effect on Wednesday, is part of a national campaign to increase the number of people vaccinated amid concerns around the new Omicron variant.
We don't know how more dangerous this one will look like. Nobody knows how devastating this will make the situation. Nobody knows what the economy will go again, because the economy may go very bad, like it went earlier on, it may go worse.
Nigeria is the first West African country to have recorded the Omicron variant since scientists in Southern Africa detected and reported it.
The fear of being infected with the newly discovered coronavirus variant, Omicron, pushed a lot of Kenyans to go for their COVID-19 vaccine on Tuesday as cases of the potentially more contagious variant keeps increasing. First identified in South Africa, it has prompted concerns among scientists and public health officials.
I overheard of the fears about the Omicron variant, which is ravaging the world, so I decided to come for the jab. Even though we don't know if the jab will protect us from the variant, because the virus keep on mutating, so we are not sure if it will protect us, but we have come for the vaccine just to fulfill our fears.
Head of the Kenyan Medical Practitioners, Pharmacist and Dentist Union, Dr. Dabji Atela, said it wasn't yet possible to predict a rebirth of the virus due to the new variant.
But it should also have the drive-through vaccinations in the places of work, on the road streets, at the public transport regions, and even in the clubs, so that it becomes a way of combating this particular virus. We saw with the previous strain of Delta, or the Delta strain, that actually by being vaccinated there was a lot of protection from getting severity. And we believe that will happen also with this particular strain if more studies are continually being done on it.
So far, United Kingdom, Italy, Germany, Belgium and Australia have reported cases of the new variant.
Local state authorities in Lagos, Nigeria's commercial capital, have rejected a judicial inquiry's report that concluded a massacre occurred during the crackdown on protesters in the city last year. The government said inconsistencies and contradictions rendered the panel's findings on death and conclusions thereupon totally unreliable and therefore unacceptable. The youth-led EndSARS protest started as a campaign in October 2020 to disband the Special Anti-Robbery Squad SARS, a police unit notorious for extortion, torture, and extrajudicial killings. Protests ended with a crackdown by security forces at Lagos City's Lekki toll gate, where a panel set up by the state government to probe the incident said security forces killed 11 people in what amounted to a massacre. Lagos state government said it accepted one person was shot and killed after it was confirmed by the state pathologist.
Scientists in South Africa are bracing up for a rapid increase in COVID-19 cases following the emergence of the Omicron strain of the virus. The United Kingdom, Italy, Germany, Belgium and Australia have reported cases of the new variant.
So there is a very high concern, meaning that it seems as if the majority of the people that are infected by this variant is quite an age group. that is having a high possibility of really taking the virus all over at any time. And it's even worse now. We are going to the universities and schools are going to be closing, and there'll be lots of activities that might be taking place. And so that is one of the concerns that the country is facing related to the current status for this variant.
Some countries have already suspended flights with South Africa since Friday. Dr. Gumede Molechi believes this may discourage other nations from declaring cases in future.
You ask yourself the question that was it a wrong approach for them to come transparent or what? So these are the things that we really need to put it very, very, very clear and transparent to the world that reporting something of danger is the very best tool that we can do. Firstly, we are trying to warn the other country of the emergency that might be coming through. And those countries, they're going to now try their level best to get prepared of if should this particular pathogen enter into their territory, what they're supposed to do. But closing the borders or banning the certain countries for entering, I don't think is an answer.
There have been several reports of airline passengers who have been rendered stranded at South African airports since Friday.
South African President Cyril Ramaphosa meets his Nigerian counterpart Muhammadu Buhari during an official visit in Abuja as part of a West African tour where he calls for solidarity against counterproductive travel bans. The visit comes as Nigeria on Wednesday confirmed its first cases of the new variant, Omicron, saying it had been found among 3 passengers who had traveled to South Africa.
President Buhari, the solidarity expressed by yourself and the government of Nigeria sends the strongest message. It says that as African countries, we are standing united against the imposition of arbitrary and discriminatory restrictions that are not only unscientific, but counterproductive in the long run. This is a global pandemic, and overcoming it requires that we collaborate and work together as a collective. The resulting damage to this travel ban to the economies of the countries affected will be considerable and long-lasting.
West African neighbor Ghana also said it had recorded a new Omicron variant, tracing cases to Nigeria and South Africa. Cases of Omicron have been detected in numerous countries since the strain was first reported to the World Health Organization in South Africa last week, prompting border closures and travel restrictions.